Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show for the 3rd of September, starting a new month. How you doing today, Serena?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks. Just busy as usual. So looking at the date as well, 3rd September. Oh my gosh, where is the time going so fast?
Yep, we're almost at the end of the year. We're getting very, very close. We're running Christmas campaigns before you know it.
Yeah, I'll
So
probably start
today, sorry?
I'll probably start next month.
Yeah. Well, they've already started in some places. So let's get started for today. So guys, you know the deal. As you guys jump on live, all we ask is that if we add some value to you in some way, shape or form on these lives, all you do is just share it out. That's the only fee for the show. It is literally free every single week, 2 times a week. We're coming to you live, talking to you around marketing, sales, strategy, business, mindset, heaps of different aspects too. And today is no change. So if you get some value from today's show in any way, shape, or form, just feel free to share it with somebody. There's always someone that needs to hear this stuff. So today we're going to be talking to you about how to really start turning yourself into a marketing machine. And one aspect to it is your landing pages, right? And I'm going to be talking about how to amplify your landing pages today so you can accelerate the results coming through and the traffic that's coming through and convert more of that traffic for your business into leads. And, you know, even right through to sales, appointments, anything that you want to do with it. That's what we're going to be talking about today specifically. Now, I don't know whether you've ever been in a situation where you've been running and paying for advertising and, you know, your advertising for some reason isn't quite getting you the results. You're getting a lot of clicks, you're getting a lot of likes, you're getting all these types of things happen, but it's not really turning to leads. And it's not really turning to sales. Part of that reason can be one of 2 things, but one of them specifically is the way that your landing page is set out. And a lot of the time with your landing page, it can be something super, super simple that if you don't do it, it's the difference between you being able to generate X for your business as opposed to generating XXX. That could be the difference between the conversion rates of your traffic. I'm sure a lot of you that have run some type of Google advertising and different things like that, you've probably looked at a lot of your statistics and said, there's this little thing that says bounce rate, which basically just means people have gone to the website and they haven't done anything, right? They haven't registered or filled in a contact form. They haven't registered to say, yes, I'm interested. They haven't bought anything, etc. It just means that they've gone to the page and they've taken no actions, okay? Part of it can be solved or converted by having little things on your landing page, slightly different things that can not only capture attention, but also get someone to take action as well. And I'm going to give you a little bit of an example today. We're going to be covering this a lot more in depth at the Ultimate Business Bootcamp at the end of the month. So if you haven't registered for that on the 25th and 26th, make sure you do it. It's 2 days, absolutely free, no cost to the event. And we've got guest speakers coming and we're going to be sharing heaps of different things like this. So I'm just going to use the Ultimate Business Bootcamp one for an example for you guys as well, because you know, this is obviously something fresh that we've built just recently, and we want you guys to get the exacts on this as well. So, large percentage of landing pages and helping them convert is largely due to having information on there, but information that's going to get someone excited about your product and service, right? So whatever your product and services is, it's got to be something that's excitable for somebody. And when you look at how this one's set out, you know, we are marketing and advertising and things like that. And what people are looking for is something that's profitable from an advertising perspective, something that's scalable, and they want to utilize social media as part of it as well, right? So we use kind of a big headline at the top. And, you know, we also, because it is a free 2-day event, we want it to be mentioned at the top of it that it's free as well. And part of it, really that whole sort of top section through here, if you're on mobile and you go to the website, you'll probably see this in a little bit more depth. This whole top of it is basically, when you open up the mobile version, you can see all of this, which is called above the fold in marketing terms. The fold meaning it's in view. Okay. You don't have to scroll. You don't have to zoom in or anything like that. You can just see it all. It's called above the fold. So whenever you're producing landing pages, you got to keep something very specific above the fold. And that one thing is the call to action where someone, takes an action on your landing page, right? So part of what as a business you would need to have on here to amplify your landing pages and get more people to take actions on your website is going to be purely around these couple of things: your headline and your call to action being above the fold. As you can see here, because I'm on desktop, all of this here, this one section, is all called above the fold on desktop. Below the fold is further down here where you couldn't see. This is all below the fold. This is above, this is below. Okay, so two different strategies for above and below. So as you can also see here, a little bit about the boot camp and how it works. So if someone, there's going to be a percentage of people at the top, right? If they're on mobile, we'll just go, boom, I want to do it. Okay. Then there'll be a certain percentage of people that will want some information. What's it about? So you give like a broad overview, okay, of what it is. What is it about? Some people are like, yep, I'm interested in doing this, but what's this event about? Why should I attend it? Okay, so then you got to give like a bit of an overview as to what it's all about and how it works. So as you can see here, we've explained it very easily. 2-day experience, learn from real business owners, implement client attraction systems, and you get resources, scripts, and guides. So it's like, why would you attend? This is why you would attend. Okay. If people are still like, okay, that's great, what am I going to learn? Okay, then you got to give them a little bit more in depth as the page goes down. But notice, right, little things you can do to amplify your landing page, generate more leads. It's got call to action. Here's what you'll learn, right? Build $1 million brand. Here's, the art of organic posting. Okay, we've got a client, one of our speakers that's coming along here at the moment. She's reached 3.6 million people on Facebook with, one of her posts reaches between sort of 80 to 100,000 people a month on her organic posting with no paid ads. And, she's built quite a decent sized following just organically. She's going to be sharing a lot of that too, by the way, at the boot camp. Paid marketing strategies, learning from real business owners, crushing it on Facebook and Instagram. The profit-driven business model and marketing model is all going to be shared, right? So it's like little bits into what someone's going to learn, and then they can register. Okay. But as you can see, the way it's kind of going through the experience, and for you and for your business, you'd want to do something. These are all little things that you've got to have into your landing pages as well. I'm just using this as an example. And if you need the link to it, you can just check it out in the description. Meet the speakers. Who am I going to learn from? It's a big thing about all of these, anything to do with events or anything to do with business, right? You are a business that is solving a problem for somebody. You've got to have something about you on the page as well, especially when you're starting to deal with these types of things. And then basically, call to action, how long left until the event, all these types of things as well. Because this one's a physical event, we put things like timers and stuff like that on it, so people just know when the event is. Currently, we're 21 days away from it, getting started. So for your landing page, if you look big picture with it and how you can really amplify your landing pages, because if you're getting a lot of clicks, a lot of likes and things like that on your advertising, it means it's one of two things. One is the targeting. The second one is your landing page itself. A lot of the time, it could just be that things are out of whack. Maybe a headline isn't quite attractive enough to somebody to get them to take action. Maybe your everything here, like your call to action, all that type of stuff, isn't above the fold. Maybe it's further down, and some people just don't scroll. Okay, that's why they get high bounce rates on websites. It's exactly why some people have 70 to 60% of traffic not opt-in, right? 30 to 40% conversion rates on landing pages, as opposed to some people that are getting like 10% on landing pages as well. This can be the difference between having just these small things sorted on your landing pages. So if you look, Big Rocks, who's the company? Because it's an event, when is it? Right? What are people going to learn? Right? Give them like a headline. Note that it's not too long. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 words. Super short. Call to action is there. Okay, so it's like, cool. If someone wants to do that, they click there and boom, they're away. Note that it says register now free. Okay, if you're giving something away for free to someone, make sure that you mention it there and they know that it's free. Okay. Notice it's above the fold, the headline and everything. If you look at it on mobile, it's the exact same. It's above the fold. You can see it. The fold meaning, once again, here, Big Rocks, right? That's what I'm giving you. This is below. This is above. Note all the way down the page, when you explain one section or one thing to somebody, you basically got call to actions and things like that in place with it. Depending on the, what you're promoting or how you're looking for people to come to you, you might add things like testimonials to it, results you've achieved for people, all these types of things as well. If you are maybe selling a product on the page, slightly different strategy again, but very, very similar in terms of things that you've got to have in terms of Big Rocks or format of a landing page. And this is why you run traffic to landing pages, not websites, that convert a lot better because there's less distraction and it's one thing that one's looking at. So, little things that you guys can do to kind of amplify your landing pages, convert more of that traffic into leads and sales as well. If you got a really good landing page, it should be converting at 30 to 40%, right, of the traffic that's coming through. A really good landing page. There can be little tweaks that you do to get a little bit better than that, but that's where you'd be looking at in terms of an expectation of a landing page. If it's cooking at less than that, 30 to 40%, you would want to look at tweaking it in some way, shape, or form. And usually the Big Rocks that I've mentioned to you today, they're the ones that you want to be looking at amplifying. It's the little things like the headlines, it's the call to actions, the way that they're articulated. It's the way that you articulate, here's a little bit about how it works, this type of stuff. Here's what you'll learn. Amplify a little bit about these, slightly change the way that they're articulated, which will give you a slightly different result, the same as everything. Okay. So it's like you say one thing one way, you get X. You say something another way, you get XXX result. Okay. Which is the difference between you having a landing page converting at 10% as opposed to one at 30 to 40%, right? 3 to 4 times better. The way that you structure it, the way that you articulate it, the way that you say what it is that you want to say on the page. And there's many different forums and things that you can jump on to be able to find ways to articulate things differently. And it just takes a little bit of research, a little bit of, focus and things like that to be able to do it. And that's it. So yeah, the landing page is quite a big rock when it comes to your marketing. if you are getting traffic and you are getting clicks and you are getting all these things, but you're just not getting people to opt in, this is a large percentage of the reason why that's happening. It could be your targeting as well, right? Where your targeting and your message, it could be as well if your advertising isn't working for you at the moment. But I find a large percentage of the time it can be how we've articulated something on a landing page and just some of the little structural things that must change. And it can sometimes be switching up the way you articulate an offer and things like that as well. Depends on a few different factors. But the whole argument and the thing I want to talk to you guys about today, obviously, is making sure that you do these little things at least to give your website or your landing page the best opportunity to be able to convert that traffic. Anything I missed, Serena, or anything you want to add?
No, I was actually trying to be prepared for when you did ask that because I was doing something in the background. But no, this is your baby. You know this like through and through, and I'd only repeat stuff that you were saying.
I don't know how many landing pages I've created, but I think it's well and truly in the thousands. And
I've done a few myself too, but not that many. I've done a few, but not that many.
It's one thing that you kind of learn the hard way in the early stages as well, guys, is like when you create these types of landing pages, and every master was once a disaster. Okay. Not everybody has got to a point where they just create an awesome landing page up front, right? There's a lot of things on the internet talking about, you're one funnel away and all these types of things. And I understand the concept behind it all, but a large percentage of the time, way it's partaken is that, you create a new one and you're only one step closer to being able to get the result. Whereas it should be, you're only like one tweak. You're like, you can be just literally one tweak to a landing page, just talking about the simple little things that I've spoken about today that can make so much more of a huge difference in result that your landing pages are producing. So yeah, make sure you have registered for the bootcamp, since I am on this as well. It was just one of the main ones we had on hand because, hey, we're obviously promoting the event. It's going to be a really big event at the end of the month with guest speakers, all that type of stuff as well. But at least you guys can kind of look at this now and go, okay, cool. My landing page, this is what it is. Now, what have I got to do a little bit differently to kind of tweak it to be able to get a better result? My thought pattern is never start again. Just find a way to amplify what it is that you've got. Articulate things better.
Jared, yeah. That, when you're doing a landing page, I mean, obviously they don't have to do as many as what we do, probably one, possibly two, depending on what their business, maybe three. It's always good to get a copywriter to do it, if they're just trying to do it themselves, to set all up their narrative that goes right through, because this is going to do quite a long time of bringing in leads, so it does need to be done properly. I don't know if you mentioned a copywriter, did you?
No, I haven't spoken about copy and things like that. Really, just headlines and articulation and things like that. But yeah. I totally agree. You're definitely getting a copywriter can make things a lot easier for you. Definitely, because like I always say, it's not what you say; it is how you say it. And a large percentage of the story that you tell on a landing page can also be the difference between you getting an extra 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 leads a month, depending on your volume, as opposed to getting whatever it is you're getting right now. Just simple little things that can make a huge difference. And if you guys have some questions, feel free to let us know in the comments. We can get those answered for you as well. Just let us know in the comments or questions you have. And this is the whole idea of the show. We want to get your questions answered, help you in any way, shape, or form to be able to get a slightly different result than what you are right now. And you might be like, okay, why would you do that for free on a free show? Well, hey, if we can add a little bit of value to you before or early in your journey or wherever you're at, you might come back to us down the track and you might say to us, hey, I want you guys to be my marketing manager. And when that sort of happens down the track, we talk about that, obviously. But that's just whenever you're ready, whenever you're watching this and ready. But yeah, make sure you do come to the Ultimate Business Bootcamp at the end of the month. It is literally free, 2 whole days, guest speakers, as you can see, covering heaps of cool shit that you will not want to miss. Definitely. Anyone who has questions, let us know. Thanks for registering as well, Sue. Really appreciate you jumping in. And super, super excited for the event at the end of the month. If you guys have any questions, if you're watching the replay of this and you have a few questions, let us know. We will get those questions answered for you. If you have registered for the bootcamp already, congratulations. That's freaking amazing. And we look forward to seeing you at the event at the end of the month as well. As I said, it is going to be huge. So we're going to wrap this one up, seeing as there's no other questions or anything today as well. And let's kick some big goals. Just remember this one thing. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. Remember to be the warrior. Happy weekend. And I will see you, or we will both see you on Monday at 1 p.m. Perth time. Don't miss it. Cheers.
TGIF.